Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Carnage, and today we're doing an operation video. It's been a little while. The last video I did on operation attacks was in back when I was in Redemption. So I've created a new task force. We've got a usual 5 members. You guys wouldn't know this, but my very first video showed it. I was in a group called Star Corps, and us 5 became a world ranked task force team in the 5-man division. So we got Drag, he's really good, Taco, Bruce, myself, and Awesome. Awesome's usually a Zuka player. Taco you'll see with his tank Scorches, and Bruce and Drag, bit of all rounders. Drag's usually a tank med guy though, so we'll jump into this real quick. So we got Borderline. So he shocks the boom cannon, and at this point now he's only got machine guns and mortars to worry about. But you'll see the problem, and I'll just keep this in 2 times. These rockets just blasting him away. You can see, even though I've got this speeded up, you can see the health on his tanks are going down quicker than what his guys are healing them. And the shock blaster got a bit of work in. But these rockets really were the death of him, so I'm just getting this attack and the next one out of the way, because the next one, I'm really showing this one just so you can see what the base looked like first, and how well he cleared it. So we'll just speed it up so it finishes here. Smokes the guys just so he can get one more shot in, and takes out the rocket. So that was, he didn't get any more buildings destroyed. So we'll watch Bruce's attack. Now you have to forgive Bruce for this attack. It was a fail, but he attacked while he was drunk from Christmas festivities, so he drops a heap of more smoke than what he needed. Didn't really group up his troops because he had nothing to group them up with. These rockets just blasting his guys away, taking out little over half his army. Didn't really pay any attention to the timing on his smokes, so he just used all his shock energy, shocking everything out. He had just enough for one more and some critters, so that bought him some time to sort of get some strikes in on the HQ, but as you can see here, it wasn't nearly enough to get the job done. So it does happen, you know, and we sort of, when you sort of get to know Bruce a little bit, you know that it tends to happen from time to time, so you take the good with the bad. So all the rest of the attacks now are going to be all solos. So we got Taco here with his tank Scorches, and you'll see here he unloads all his gunboat energy, or not all of it, but a vast majority, just on these shock launchers. And one artillery shot now, and boom, gets the job done. So we'll just speed this up a tad. And he's getting the cells, so he's got some energy behind him now. Reflares, so his guys don't get distracted. And also shocking the cannons there. Critters couldn't be used, too many mines. So he's created a nice little kill spot for himself now. But he's got a few rockets there and lasers. So just to take him out before he loses his Scorches. So he's created the kill spot, and he felt the need to take out 2 boom cannons that were at the top. behind the core. I don't think he really needed to do that, but better to be safe than sorry. So just blasting away the HQ here, and gets the job done without many losses actually. I only lost one Scorcher. So now we got my attack, and I'm not stopping too much here because I don't want the video to go for too long on you guys. So just artillery shotting the mines to give myself more than enough of an opening to get up to the top. Went as far back as I could to give myself the broom. Now I did make a slight error on this attack. I was zoomed in just a little more than what I should have been. So I was guessing when my Zookas was ready to flare. I flared a little bit too late, and where I flared to was a little bit more out than what it should have been. So as you can see, my Zookas walked over 2 mines, and that one Zooka decided to stray out for some reason and got blasted by about 4 boom cannons. Those 2 mines took out 14 Zookas on me, unfortunately, and now I panic. You'll see what I mean here. The flare runs out, so my guys stop, and I'm pressing like crazy on that flare and it didn't register. So I save it myself with 1 extra smoke. Didn't cost me in the end, I managed to save it. So I shocked the shock launcher and the mortars, and I shocked the shock launcher again, dropped some critters. So I could have made the attack last longer if I really wanted to. But that was my attack. Now we got Awesome, which is our Zooka guy. He has a lot of troop damage statues on his statue layout, so that's why he's really good with his Zookas. If he needs to, he can take out stuff really well. And he has a good amount of experience behind him. So just farming those cells here for some extra energy. Probably let him spread out a bit more than what he should have, but doesn't really matter. So he flares to this building here just to group up his troops. Smokes brilliantly to the kill spot. So we'll just speed this up a little. Drop that first shock a bit early. But only like 3 or 4 strikes from his Zookas and he gets the job done. So that's how you take out Mercury. That was our first stop attack. This is our second one, and as you can see, the first one we didn't wind up finishing it because of a fail, but this one we did finish. So borderline up first once again. A lot easier version this time. The last one had 6 rockets to deal with, this one only has 1. So tank med right off the bat. So he winds up going more towards these boom cannons and regular cannons. Now I disagree with that personally, but I feel like maybe there was a kill spot available in front of the core where he wouldn't have needed to do this. So he is losing tanks through to this strategy. But he does have a kill spot now that's wide open. So the last boom cannon goes down and re-flares just so all his tanks are going to be in position. So we'll speed this up now so we don't have to wait like a whole minute for the core to go down. And almost gone. And so as you can see, Bruce got the win there. So now we got Taco's attack, and I was really surprised with this one actually. Taco gets a solo here on Crunch. Now Crunch is not an easy base to take out for a solo, and I'm sure you guys know that if you've ever had it at this level. So we'll just put this in 2 times. Getting those cells, so he's got more energy to work with later. Takes out this cannon and reflares just so he doesn't lose any troops where it's not necessary. Going through the cells, so he's got a fair bit of energy on his walk through here. And he's taking out these cannons with shock bombs, and his troops are sort of widely spread out on what they're attacking, so he's not running through the buildings as quick as he might be liking. Critters to distract these cannons so he doesn't lose that tank. But he's running through here. Now he just needs to take out that 1 boom cannon and the 3 rockets, and then he'll probably be available to take out the core with a nice kill spot. So the rockets are almost gone, and the tank's spreading out for the core here and managing to go after that boom cannon. So now the core's wide open for a win here, and he can just blast that core away. Whereas our friend Brutramp I'm sure Brutramp might have a few better one-liners for that particular position. Maybe hand blasting, as he likes to say. So now we got my attack. Now I actually got an easy base here, I'm sure, as you guys will see. So I've got 2 shield gens up here, I've got 3 there, and 1 on the far side here. So I determined we either needed to go tank med from the top around here, where the statues are, or hookah. But because of all the shields, we felt hookah was the best strategy, so I went with hookah. So I dropped some critters, and I've GB'd the 3 rockets out. I could have GB'd to 2 and then flared to the rocket at the end to take that out if I really had to. But yeah, I've used these critters to take out the boom mines just to save my heavies as much as I could. These 2 little Zukas at the back here, straying away. You always get 1 or 2 that'll try to do their best to go against the orders. So I'm running through all these buildings now with quite a bit of ease. And as you can see, all the buildings almost gone, so I've almost got my kill spot. So now I've got my shot at the core. I didn't really need the flare on it, but had the GB to do so. Shocking the cannons just to save as many heavies as I can at this point, because I know I've got the win. We'll just speed this up a little, and boom, goes down, and I had plenty of time to spare. So now we got 2 attacks left and only 1 base to attack. So just to play it on the safe side, Awesome attacks first, and his goal was really just to open it up for the next attacker. as you can see, there's some boom cannons up here, so it's not going to be an easy win for Drag if he attacks first, because he's always tank med. I don't think I've ever seen him attack with anything else. So I'm interested to see where he attacks those boom cannons, because when I first watched this attack, I was really confused why he was wasting so much time on the cells. I thought maybe he would have went straight up the top of the rockets straight away. But at one point at the end of the attack, I realized these boom cannons up the top here were finished, so interested to see how things play out here. There he goes. Unloads all his GBE on those boom cannons. And as I said, his goal here was really just to open up the base for Dragonite, who was going to be attacking next. So he takes out the boom cannons. Now the claws open for a really good attack. The only thing that could make this better now is by taking out those 3 rockets or the 2 boom cannons. But in retrospect, over time, the rockets would probably do more against him. So taking out these rockets, and he's opened up this base really quite nicely. If you look at this now, he's got a path right around up the top, and he's got a nice little kill spot to attack with. So Awesome's done a really great job here, and we'll just speed this up. He doesn't really do anything else. He loses all his troops. So last attack here. So Drag following the exact same path as Awesome took. So we'll just speed this up. So he drops his critters up the top, farms some cells to get himself some extra energy. Attacks these cells a little more than what he needed to, because as you've seen, that boom cannon just getting a shot in there on one of his tanks, and he lost a medic as well. So one casualty he didn't really need to sustain, but not a deal breaker. And as you can see, these critters still going to work getting him that energy. So we'll speed it up until he gets to the kill spot. So flaring to the top so he's out of range of these boom cannons. Of course, now that his troops are getting here, they will spread out. And as they spread out, these boom cannons are going to be in range. So he just shocks these boom cannons just so he doesn't lose any more troops than what he needs to. And he doesn't re-flare, he lets these tanks go. I guess he doesn't want to waste the energy, or he feels it's not really needed. But the core's almost dead. And so that was a whole bunch of solos here on Powder Keg. Now before I sign off, I'll just get your advice on something. We go back to my layout here. Now a problem we're going to be facing in the near future is intel, and we didn't have this problem last time because I was rocking 2 ice statues. I was rocking a troop health and a troop damage, and I was boosting it a lot. But I only had 4 GBE statues back then, and the 2 red masterpieces, no guardians. So I had a lot of struggles with attacking. So my question to you guys is, should I drop a GBE statue for an ice to get more intel for the team? Or should I keep all of my offense here and sort of just hope things go well in the future? because I do love my offense setup at the moment. So let me know what you think. What should I do? Should I drop some of my offense for ice, so for intel, or should I keep it and be a stronger attacker? So let me know your comments down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.